Good morning and welcome to Coffee and, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee and panel.
Good morning to you. It is Coffee and time here on ON AM and FM on Tuesday morning, September the 23rd. Hi there, Joe Callahan with you. Around the coffee and table, we'll say good morning to Linda Tebow. Good morning, Linda.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. And Ed Carew is here. Good morning to you, Ed.
Good morning.
Good morning. And it's time for your first message from the Carew Investment Group. So take it away, Ed.
Okay, thanks, Joe. Good morning, everyone. Ed Carew here from the Carew Investment Group at 2190 Mendon Road in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Our telephone number is 765-8880. At the Carew Investment Group, we offer personal management of investment accounts. Depending on what you're looking for, we can put together a program that give you current income, a 401k rollover, or growth for the future. We'll put together a program just to assist you with your goals. We've been in the business of investing for clients for over 38 years. That's since 1987, helping people just like you with their investments. So give me a call at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Ed, thanks. You know, Linda, one of these days we're actually going to say, Ed was incorrect. This is not one of those days.
Never.
Last week, Ed said the Fed was going to lower the interest rate by 1/4 point, and they lowered the interest rate by 1/4 point.
Yes, we did.
So, right on the nose again, Ed. So great
Right on
job.
the nose.
Gotta
Now-
make you one of those governors.
Yeah, right. Fed Governor Carew.
Now, the talk was that they might have two more lower interest rate things happen.
Yeah, that's the talk.
Okay, that's now. It won't. Would it happen this year? I mean, there's not much time left in this year to do it, right?
Well, they've got a meeting in October. And
They
got
did?
a meeting in December.
Oh, they do. Okay,
Yeah,
so it could
they got
happen
a
this
meeting
year.
almost every month.
I see.
It could happen.
It could.
Yeah.
Thoughts though?
I'm not going out that far.
No.
No.
Okay. Just
I'll let
wanted
you
to-
know in October what I think's going to happen in October.
Okay.
Too many numbers come out between now and
Now and
then.
then. Okay. Well, that makes sense. All right. Don't want to make too. Don't want to go with those predictions just yet. We just wanted to point out that Ed was right again. So there we go. They kicked it around. They probably said, should we go for the 1/2 point? Nah, stay with a 1/4 point. Ed Cruz says we should go with a 1/4 point. They probably said that, Ed.
Yeah,
you
they
probably,
did.
you
I'm
probably
sure-
came up in
Yeah,
discussion.
I'm sure my name came up in the discussion. Yeah.
Of course it is.
All right.
should.
The other.
And I've got a bridge to sell you.
No, do you? Oh, great. 'Cause I've been in the market for one. So I thought about Linda over the weekend. I almost texted you. I said, no, I'll leave it alone. And all I was going to text you was 5 turnovers. That's all I was going to say.
Five turnovers. Right?
And that was going to be it. And I'm talking about the Patriots.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew.
You know what?
Screaming at the television, Linda.
Well, I don't scream, but I was
Oh.
like, but even I, you know the term I love that they're tossing around?
What?
Ball insecurity. Is that something called a fumble?
That's a fumble.
And it's all about ball insecurity, and we have to take care of the guy that's got the ball.
Now,
That was terrible.
oh, wasn't it terrible?
You know when he threw that pass and Henry got it, and he got a touchdown. I'm going,
Yes.
this is good. We're going to have a good game here. Good game.
Should have won.
Yes.
Should have won.
Yes.
But no.
Yes.
And I was worried because, Rodgers marched him right downfield. I'm like,
yeah.
he's looking
Oh,
good.
yeah.
But they were getting to him. I was like,
Yes.
we 14 and a half, I go, there's a real chance the Patriots can win this game. Because I thought the defense actually played very well. And despite giving up 21 points. But when you have
Count that.
I know.
Don't.
But when you have 17 offensive plays, and don't come away with any points, that's an issue.
That's not
That's
good.
an issue. Now, what I thought was amusing, or at least on my part, the TV broadcast showed Josh McDaniel talking to Ramondre Stevenson after his second fumble.
Yes.
And they said, "Oh, look, he's consoling him." I said, "I don't think he's consoling him. I think he's telling him you're not playing the rest of the game." And I don't think he did,
I don't remember him playing after that.
No,
either.
I don't
because after he
They
fumbled
pulled him. Yeah.
and Gibson fumbled, they brought in the third guy.
Yeah, they brought in
Henderson.
Henderson.
You're playing the rest of the game.
Yeah.
and he didn't
I mean,
fumble.
especially Stevenson. I mean, this is not his first rodeo.
Oh, no.
No,
But that's the same problem he had last year.
he had 7 fumbles last year.
Oh, did he?
Yes,
Okay, I
and-
didn't
and-
remember him. I remembered the name, but I guess
and
maybe
he
that's why.
led the league in fumbles last year.
Oh.
Now,
I did not
I was
remember
kicking
that.
this around with a few people. I've never played organized football, so I don't know how the coaches can do this. But how do you coach someone not to fumble the ball? Is that a coachable thing? I don't know.
Well, that's what Vrabel said they're working on.
Well, how do you work on it? How do you work on not fumbling the ball?
Well, he was making a big
I
deal
don't
about
know.
protect the person that has the ball.
Well, they should.
Well, I think that the guy that has the ball has to kind of like
Hold it with
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you can't.
arms.
But you can't run as fast if you're doing that.
Well, I know, but you can, if you're going to throw the ball in the air, you can run as fast as you want.
Yeah.
If you're going to drop it, nobody's going to care how fast you run.
Ever see the movie The Program?
No.
James Caan is the head coach of a college football team,
Oh, maybe I have.
and Omar Epps, actor, plays like the freshman recruit who's fumbling during practice, and he hands him the ball, and he says, "You are to carry the ball at all times, 24 hours. The only time you can't carry it is when you're sleeping. Okay, so when you go to class, when you go to eat, you need to be carrying the ball." And then he tells the rest of the team, when you see him on campus at any time, try to knock the ball down.
What a good idea, though.
Of course,
What
they
a
try
good-
it during
yeah,
classes,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then, it kind of
Yeah,
disrupts
it
chemistry
does.
class kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so that's the humorous part of the thing. I said, but what a good idea.
Yeah.
Just give the ball to Ramadre, and just you have to carry it around with you at all times. And see if someone can knock the ball out of your hands, because
Yeah.
this is just
And he
driving
dropped
me
it at very
crazy.
inopportune times.
Yeah, like in the end zone.
And it was like,
And then the other team, and
and he was
Pittsburgh gets
right.
the ball.
That was
Because
tough.
I cheered, it's a touchdown. And the fans
Yeah.
cheered, he's in the end zone. Of course, he doesn't have the ball,
But
he's in
he
the end
made
zone. And then...
Well, it looked like he made it, though.
It did-
It did
it
look
did.
like he did.
yeah. And the other thing that drove me crazy is his name is Pop Douglas. All right? With a minute or so to go in the game, and the Patriots were driving, I said, maybe we could tie this up. Send it to overtime. We'll see what happens. It was fourth and 1.
Uh-huh.
And they threw it to him. And did he fall forward for the first down?
No, he ran back.
He
2
ran
yards.
backwards,
Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
screaming at the TV, "You're running the wrong way."
Well, Dave always yells like that. Don't run backwards.
No, don't. Do not run backwards. And that was it. Now it turns the ball over. There's a minute to go. Pittsburgh takes a knee twice. Game's over.
Yeah.
You're running the wrong way.
Wrong direction.
Very frustrating game.
Yeah.
Certainly was.
So
Yeah.
so now they're 1-2. Should be 2-1, but now they're 1-2.
Yeah.
Going up against Carolina this coming weekend at home, looking for their first home victory.
Yeah.
They can be beat, but what do they? I don't know what I don't know what they work on all week, on not fumbling the ball.
They're playing at
Ball
home.
insecurity.
They're playing in Foxborough.
They're playing in
playing
Foxborough.
I didn't know who you
Foxborough.
meant was playing at home.
Sorry,
That's all right.
Yeah.
Patriots are playing at home in Foxborough against the Carolina Panthers. I
It's going
think
to be their third game at home already.
no, they played down in Miami, and that's where they got their win.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's right. They had one win down there.
yeah, they lost against the Raiders,
Yeah.
and then they beat the
Yeah.
Dolphins down there,
Yeah.
and then they lost to Pittsburgh up
Oh,
here,
yeah. Okay.
and now they'll play Carolina up here. So we'll see if we can be 2-2 after the end of
But
September.
Mac Jones is doing okay.
Max got the job for the rest of the season. I just heard yesterday
but-
their starting quarterback is out for the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the Giants, San Francisco 49ers. It's his baby now for the rest of the season. Well, good luck, Mac. Let's see what he can do. Who would
who'da
have
thunk?
Who would have thunk it? I know that's right. So, all right. So I just wanted to, and I told Dave yesterday on Sunday it was I hate when this happens. It was an 0 for 3 day in Boston sports.
Oh yes.
Patriots lost.
Yeah.
Bruins had their first preseason game. They lost.
Yeah.
Red Sox played. They
They
lost.
lost.
Like an 0
Yeah.
for 3 day.
Yeah.
And they were all perfectly timed. If you wanted to watch the games,
Yeah. You
Red
could.
Sox were at 1.
Yeah.
Bruins were at 5.
Yeah.
Red Sox were at
Could have
7:30.
seen three
It was
teams
it was
lose.
perfect. You could watch no crossing over, going back and forth to see what's
No,
going
because
on.
usually that's what we do.
I know,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was all perfect, and it's like
Yeah.
3 losses in one day. So
I have a
thanks,
question
guys.
for you.
Okay.
I told Dave, my husband, that I'd ask Joel. No, you know, who is that person sitting behind a screen?
That was at the baseball game.
Yeah, behind the umpire. Who
Did you see that, Ed? It was at the Boston Red Sox Tampa
You've
Bay
been
Rays
saying that
game.
now more than once.
Yeah, it looked
Huh?
like Jesus Christ.
I said he looked like the goal judge.
Yeah.
I don't
Well, Dave
know.
said that's a goal, and Dave said it looks just like a goal judge.
Yeah,
but
that's what I said.
not more than once we've seen somebody. But who?
I don't know.
Are they watching? What? They're not. They don't have a gun that they're.
Nope, they weren't. They weren't
they're
during the
not
pitch speed.
Pitch speed.
It was.
What were they doing?
It was an employee of the Tampa Bay Rays. You could tell by the shirt they were wearing.
They could do that.
Sitting there,
Yeah.
I guess, and they had headphones on.
Yeah, but
So who were they? Who was communicating with them? And what were they communicating back to someone? So I don't know. The answer is I don't know.
I said.
'Cause
I said Joe's gonna
I
know.
texted out to a few people, what's with the goal judge behind home plate?
yeah.
And nobody knew. Nobody knew. We
Then
don't know.
Then I thought, well, is it like an umpire in training?
Nope.
You know.
Oh, it must be talking about the same guy. The guy I'm talking about looked like
Sorry, it was a woman. Go ahead.
It was a woman with the
Yeah.
long hair.
the long black hair.
That was a woman that time.
They
But
might have
then-
switched, yeah.
But then there was another.
It was- I
It was
saw it
only
for two
one time.
games.
It was at. We saw it in. But it was always the home game.
I just saw it that one time.
No,
against-
we
against
saw it
Tampa Bay.
twice. One time it was a
So,
woman,
okay.
one time it was a man, and I.
So the answer is I don't
I-
know. If anybody
oh,
knows,
I thought for sure Joe would
I
know.
have because I had never seen it before. I said, "Why is there a goal judge in the baseball game?"
Yeah.
This makes, and I
Well,
don't know what they
didn't-
were doing.
That's exactly what Dave said. You know, from hockey day, it's a goal judge.
Yeah.
That's what it looked
And
like.
so I don't know what they were watching for.
Well, they would-
and they wouldn't do anything whenever ball was hit or
No.
a strikeout was called. They just still sat there and they weren't. I never saw them write anything down or get out any
Yeah.
kind of machinery or a laptop or anything. I really don't know what they're doing, and I don't know why they're there. And I've only seen it at the Tampa Bay Ray game. So. So we'll see what happens. The Red Sox have their last 6 games of
Could
the
we
season.
research that?
I don't even know how you look that up. Red Sox have 6 more games to go.
I know,
Three
I
against
know.
three against
Torture.
Toronto
It's torture.
and 3 against Detroit. And Toronto's trying to wrap up the American League East. I don't know what their magic number is, but it could happen against the Sox. And then Detroit is fighting for their lives. There were 16 games up at one time
Really?
in the American League Central. Now
Wow.
they're up by 1.
Wow.
So they've had like the Red Sox, they've had their September swoon and August swoon too. So they'll be fighting.
But we're
to
still
win
in
as
the
well.
running, though. We still.
Last I knew, we were a game up in the for a wild card spot. So yeah, we have to keep winning. We can't.
I
take it
know.
easy. so that's the way it
I
goes.
don't know, Joe. You and I are working real hard here.
I know. We're doing everything we can to make sure
Help 'em
the
out.
Red Sox win. So it's 3 games at home. So they're back home against Toronto.
Yeah.
So yay.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
it's or do I have that backwards? I think I have it backwards.
Yeah,
they're in Toronto.
They're in Toronto.
No, they're going to Toronto.
And 3
yeah.
games against
Yeah.
Detroit are at home. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's the way that's going to go. So, all right. So that's
All
the
right.
latest sports roundup. So there you go. All right, Ed. Time for a second message now from the Carew Investment Group, and we'll move on to other subjects.
Okay, thanks again, Joe. Good morning again, everyone. Integrity, trust, service, 3 words that sum up what you can expect from the Carew Investment Group at 2190 Mendon Road in Cumberland. Established in 1987, we've been helping local investors to build wealth and guide them through their golden years of retirement using quality stocks of companies that you know, many of which pay quarterly dividends. We also use investment-grade bonds and low-cost exchange-traded funds. To find out more about our services and for a quality, conservative approach to investing, give us a call at 765-8880. Integrity, trust, and service, the Carew Investment Group. Securities offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Ed. Thanks. And comments, questions can be called in at 766-1240. More coffee hands coming up. Stay tuned.
First news, best music. This is ON Radio.
That leaf pile pile's 100 feet tall. Your dad can't handle this. Not without the right equipment.
Yard work piling up? Gear up for fall with John Deere. Get $750 off select mowers, $2,000 off select Gator UVs, and $3,000 off select compact tractors.
Did I hear your dad got a John Deere? Yep, bad day to be a leaf pile.
Gear up for fall at an authorized John Deere dealer, now through September 30th. Learn more at johndeere.com/gearupforfall.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
ON Radio.
It is Coffee In on ON. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan with Ed Carew, Linda Tebow, and Drake May. He's going to make better decisions sometimes. He's got to know when to throw the ball away,
Yeah.
and when to tuck it in and not fumble the ball,
Yeah.
like he did one time. He looks good running though. He seems
Well, he looks good running.
He seems
Yeah,
to
yeah,
make
yeah.
the others defensive look a little silly, and he'll step to the side and then run for a first down. It's like, okay, well, that's working out okay. But when you step up in the pocket and if there's no one to throw to, tuck it. Don't have it hanging out there. Yeah, okay, it's for anybody. It's come and take it from me.
Statue of Liberty play.
Oh, I know. But he's young and all right. You're still learning, so
He's still learning.
I'm cutting you a little slack, not too much. All right, we did. I can guarantee we did not plan this. Yesterday on the Coffee and program, we had the school superintendent of Woonsocket Schools, Dr. Patrick McGee. We also had the director of the Woonsocket Career and Technical Center. That was Janine Napolitano. We set it up last week. Would you like to come in? And because it was the beginning of the school year, and talk about what's going on at the schools. And
Sure.
they came in and they talked about what was going on at the schools. And overall, we talked about everything that was going on. And one of the things we talked about was school safety that was going on. And he went on about how things are good in the Woonsocket schools. As he was talking, at the exact same time, he was talking about how good things were going at the Woonsocket schools. 4 fights are breaking out at Woonsocket High School.
Yep.
Not that we knew this at the time,
No.
and he wasn't notified at the time that this was happening, but that is what was happening. I said, this is, and we found out after the fact, I said, this is unbelievable.
Shut down and arrest. Yeah.
Lock in place.
Lock in place, yeah.
12 students were arrested while Patrick McGee was here telling us how great things are going in the schools. I'm like, wow. And they, excuse me, now they were all arrested, and they were all arrested for disorderly conduct. No assaults, nothing like that. But according to the principal, who sent out a memo or an email to the families, there were 4 fights. Now, this is what they don't tell you. One, they're all juvenile, so we have no idea. Are we talking freshmen? Are we talking seniors? Is it somewhere in the middle? Is it a mix of everybody? They won't tell you. Is it male or female? We're not going to tell you. So I don't know. Now, I could try to I was thinking about trying to find it through unofficial means, but I'm like, nah, forget it.
Well, I just think this 12 students arrested is.
That's pretty big right there.
I don't think you need. If you assume that they're juveniles, so
Well, that's right.
So.
But I'm just curious.
What's going on? That 12 students are arrested.
Is it organized?
Yeah.
Are they starting fights on purpose? Or are they completely separate from one another? And it was spontaneous. I don't know. They won't tell you. And the other thing, and there's this bizarre law in Rhode Island that teachers are not allowed to break up fights among students. They can say, "Hey, stop that," but to physically separate can't be done. They have to call the police. And so Melissa Murray told me this because she's up on these laws. I said, so a 200-pound football player can be pounding on a 110-pound female and the teachers can't do anything about it? Technically, no. Because it gets into insurance, and what if you hurt the student and now they sue the school
and the teacher?
What if the teacher gets hurt?
The bingo.
Well,
that's
we
the other
don't
thing.
care about that.
Yeah.
It's all about the students.
Yeah, yeah.
So
No,
they
but I
can't-
mean,
so it
if,
can't be done.
yeah, if the teacher gets, but if the teacher interferes and one of those students gets hurt,
More hurt. Yeah,
they're going after the teacher.
that's right.
And plus, the teacher could get hurt as well.
Yeah. Now, Melissa has told me they have tried to push through. Well, let's have an immunity clause, kind of like the Good Samaritan law.
Good Samaritan,
Okay.
right? Yeah,
That's never gone through.
yeah.
And although I did hear her on the phone yesterday, talking to other constituents, maybe it's time to bring this up again
Yeah.
and try to get this passed. So teachers can break up fights, as opposed to there's one school resource officer at the school, at the
Right.
high school. Well, how does one police officer break up 4 fights at the same time?
Yeah.
It can't be done.
No.
And okay, so they call for help. The only thing I can think of is that, too bad this couldn't be done somehow. If the teachers just were able to go grab, basically like a fire hose, turn it on the students that are fighting.
Oh, I don't think so. No, no.
No, I love that idea.
Yeah. Teaching. Have you ever held a fire hose that was?
I was a volunteer firefighter.
Oh,
yes,
so
the
you
pressure
know.
coming out of a hose is incredible.
Okay.
Yes, you'd cause a little more damage.
Because I remember when we used to have the drills out when I was at Fogarty Hospital, and they were little wise guys sometimes because they knew me well. Here, hold this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the pressure coming out, and a child.
Okay, maybe not a fire hose, but
a student could get hurt.
How about a regular garden hose somehow?
Yeah, I don't know. I just, I guess as a somebody that was a parent and a grand, why are these kids fighting?
Well,
why are they? Why is it coming to that they're fighting in school?
See, Ed, you went to Mount St. Charles.
Yeah.
All boys.
Oh, the brothers
Okay.
would take care of that. Yeah.
But you went to all girls.
I went to St. Clair. Yes.
Okay. When you mix them,
Yeah.
and here I am going to public school, all of a sudden, the girl looks at another girl. Hey, did you look at my boyfriend? They start fighting.
Really?
Same thing with the boys.
But I went
Don't talk to my girlfriend. And if you say, boys a little more boisterous, and then okay, bang bang, now we're fighting.
But
Literally.
I went to public schools up to 8th grade though.
And it's a little different in high school. Though.
Okay, and I don't know. First of all, at Mount, the brothers took care of it, didn't they?
Prefect of
The
discipline.
prefect of discipline. There was no such
That guy was huge.
because they could still, they could still fight even though it wasn't girls. But the brothers certainly took care of it.
Private school.
It was a private school.
Yeah.
And the nuns used to take care of things.
Yeah,
It
with
was
the
a private
yard sale. It was
school.
a private school.
Yeah.
Did you see any fights? I mean, real fisticuffs.
Yeah, but
happened.
they didn't last long.
No, okay,
Right.
because the brothers broke it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't want to deal with this guy.
Okay.
I think his name was Brother Aquinas. Or
Okay.
Something like
Aquinas.
that.
I think
Yeah.
I
He was
remember
a
Dave
big
saying.
guy.
Yeah.
Somebody had said
Disciplinary.
he was a pitcher in. He had
Baseball?
once been a pitcher in baseball.
so he's a large man.
He was over 6 feet tall
Yeah.
and good sized man.
You remember that they used to have teenage boys going to school that had to wear ties.
Oh yeah.
And they wore them in fear of getting caught without a tie, right? Did you have ties? Because I know
yeah.
Dave did. They had to, and so, yeah, and they all wore ties.
Yeah, oh yeah, we had to wear ties. Yeah.
And if you didn't, you got in big trouble.
Yeah.
And so you had teenage boys wearing ties to school.
Yeah. Well, the tie could be used against you as a weapon somehow. But we'll see if any more information comes out. Now, what I was reading yesterday online, and this kind of bugged me, was they were all, something's got to be done. And, what? Well, no one never has an answer what has to be, but something's got to be done. And then they were calling for Dr. McGee's resignation. I'm like, why? And then, but nobody, I thought this was odd, nobody was calling for the principal's resignation.
You got to blame somebody.
Well, why are we going right to the superintendent? If there's a problem at a school,
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
right? But if there's a problem at the school, shouldn't it be the top dog at the school first before we go even higher? I was just surprised that we got to have a new superintendent because of this. We do. I think Dr. McGee does a fine job, by the way. I don't know the principal at Woonsocket High, so I can't comment on his style or his administration. Maybe he's doing the best, and this is just separate incidents, and just unfortunately it all happened on the same day.
Yeah. Well, sometimes these things happen, though.
They do, and
You know,
and I remember this is a funny story. When I was in high school, this was a student that wanted to take on a teacher at Cumberland High. All right, and I don't know what the altercation was, but he wanted to take on, and he was a phys ed teacher, and this phys ed teacher, when he was younger, made it to the last cut with the Green Bay Packers.
Ooh.
And then he was cut. So he was a football player, a monster of a guy, and he was still a monster of a man. And he told the kid, "Go ahead and you throw the first punch, and then it's going to be all over because now I get self-defense on my side."
Yeah.
And the kid backed down.
Yeah.
Said, "No, never mind." He says, "Okay." I go, "You're taking on the biggest man in the school." I said, "It's just the dumbest thing you could possibly do." All right, just thought I'd throw that out there. It is the question. The kids are fighting themselves, but if the kids fight a teacher, are the teachers allowed to fight back? Are they allowed to defend themselves, or go, "Oh no, we might hurt the child"?
No.
So I just keep taking a beating until the cops arrive and break us up?
Yeah.
All right. How do you feel about throwing a bucket of water on them? And would that break it up?
I don't know, but who's going to go running around?
Finding a bucket of water?
Time out, I'm going to get a bucket of water. I'll be right back.
Don't stop.
Well, maybe in the high schools you need more than one resource officer.
Okay. Well, as everything comes back to money.
Oh, of course, I know everything is money.
And we've had last week, 2 weeks ago, we had the police chief Oates on, talking about his the amount of officers he has. I think, if I remember correctly, he either said we have 82 or 87 officers on staff right now. They're allowed to have like 105. They're budgeted for like 105. Can't get people
well
to apply, and then when you do apply, well, you got to go down to the academy, and there's a whole training thing like that before they actually come in and actually start.
Yeah.
But can they afford to take people off the streets and just put them in the school on the off chance that something might happen?
No.
So I don't know how you figure out that schedule.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then you got to worry about the other schools too. There's the middle schools, and I think you're okay at the elementary schools for right now, but you never know.
Yeah.
I think the problem is no respect for other people. That's the problem.
That's a problem. Yeah, I know. And we'll never find out what the fights were about. That's another thing. You'll just
but
never
I'm
know.
sure they will know. We don't need to know.
Well,
the
maybe
school needs
the
to
school
know.
needs to know,
The
and
school needs
and
to
maybe
know.
people will post
And I'm
about
sure
it.
the parents will need to know.
Well, they'll want to know.
They'll want to know
Or
and
is it-
demand to know.
Or is it a HIPAA thing and we can't tell you?
Oh, the parents can be told. The
Okay.
parents can be. But the thing is, we're in a whole different world now. It used to be that all of that behavior and all those behavior problems can't be laid on the teacher, the principal, the superintendent. It starts someplace else.
And I saw people post
And
that
doesn't
yesterday.
It starts someplace else. It starts in the home.
Yeah.
It starts in the home. And, that's why it's really tough. And, I think now they're calling, like police and teachers and nurses hero jobs. Because who wants to do them anymore for the price of money you make and in the danger that you're in?
Mhm.
But, you said they were demanding the superintendent, the principal, It doesn't start there.
Yeah.
They're not babysitters. They're educators. And teachers it's tough on the teachers.
So once the all 12 were arrested yesterday, after the lockdown was put in and all 12 were arrested and removed from the school, lockdown was lifted. school went on.
Yeah. Well, and that's good, but I do hope they got more than a slap on the wrist.
Well, that's the other problem is the problem with, I don't know if it's the Department of Education.
There's got to be a consequence to their action.
Well, that's what people were saying yesterday. But the problem is trying to suspend a student now, or God forbid, expel a student now, is extremely difficult. And they never do it.
That would be a joy to some of those kids to get suspended, perhaps.
Maybe.
That's not a punishment to some kids.
Then what would be a punishment?
Well, after school you have community service. You have to help clean the hallways, or some manual labor there in the schools, or
I like the idea of picking up trash on the side of the road.
There you go. But a consequence to those actions.
Okay, but that's what people were posting it yesterday.
Don't do that again.
That there won't be. There won't be any kind of consequence to this.
Well, that's what I said. I hope there is more than a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, all 12 were arrested. Okay, that's fine. And then
now what?
In a week, maybe in a month, all charges dismissed, and just go about your day, this kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a break here in the Coffee and program. We'll move on to something else when we come back. Time for the weather forecast being brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
Mostly sunny skies today with a high near 82 degrees. Tonight, rain is likely, mostly cloudy skies, overnight low of 62, 70% chance of rain, a tenth to a quarter of an inch of rain is possible, with possible thunderstorms as well. Wednesday's weather, cloudy skies, high of 67, calm wind, another tenth to a quarter of an inch of rain is possible. Wednesday night, a 50% chance of more rain, cloudy, 60 for an overnight low. Thursday, showers are likely, cloudy skies, 71 degrees. Friday, 50% chance of showers, mostly cloudy and 76. Saturday, partial sunshine with a high of 77. Sunday, mostly sunny and 77 again. And Monday, mostly sunny skies with a high near 74 degrees.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street under sunny skies, we have 63 degrees. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You'll always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or mad.org.
When it comes to emergency service for plumbing and heating, you can't beat C.J. Nemus, 37 Corey Street in Woonsocket. C.J. Nemus offers over 15 years of experience and is licensed in both Rhode Island and Massachusetts. C.J. Nemus offers complete heating system service, plumbing, water heaters, plus drain and sewer cleaning. Remember that senior citizens receive a 10% discount. So give Charlie a call today at C.J. Nemus, 769-4776. They're registered with the Better Business Bureau. They're a master plumber with quality service. It's the only way and the best way. With C.J. Nemus, call today, 769-4776 for C.J. Nemus.
Every day in all of our lives, math matters, Rhode Island. Math matters to the architect who designs and oversees the construction of buildings. It matters to the print technician making a precise cut and to the mechanic calibrating the engine in your car. Math matters to educators looking to improve student outcomes and to coaches using data to enhance performance. It's a life skill we need every day. That's why math matters, Rhode Island.
Brought to you by the Rhode Island Broadcasters Association and Always Learning Rhode Island.
ON Radio.
All right, it is Coffee In here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Ed Crew and Linda Tebow. So remember the old, we talked about it quite a number of times, the basketball coach down in North Kingstown did the naked fat test for 30 years. 30 years he was doing this with the boys.
I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah,
30 years?
I
knew it was a long time, but I didn't know 30 years. Wow.
Yeah. Oh. And he was acquitted of the bad, most of the bad stuff, but he was found guilty on a couple of the misdemeanor battery charges regarding to these tests. Mm-hmm. So he was sentenced yesterday, and he got 1 year probation. So it's no jail time. He had to do something else. I don't know, some kind of community service was in there as well. Probably. I forget exactly what everything was. Do I have it here? He did face up to 2 years in prison.
Yes, they wanted that. Yeah.
The prosecutors wanted that. Yeah. Nope, it was just 1 year, 1 year probation. I guess I don't think he's a coach or teacher anymore in North Kingstown, since he's probably going to stay away from kids too. So
can't be. Yeah.
So So that's what happened. That came down yesterday too. And all right, so we gotta get Linda's. Before we get to Linda's thing, Karen Reed.
Yes.
Like Dave said this morning, she's going on the offensive. She's suing everybody. She's going after the Massachusetts State Police. She's going after the Canton Police. She's going after people that testified against her. We're suing everybody. All right, so here we go. Mostly she's suing the Canton Police for failing to secure the garage where her car was housed for the last 3 years or so.
A long time.
Said, and she's saying, well, her lawyers are saying that it was tampered with by investigators. So, if I was Karen Reed and you got in that car and started driving, I'd be silent. I wouldn't say a word in that car. Back to my conspiracy theories.
Right.
It's bugged.
No, you're right.
I think
it's bugged.
it wouldn't surprise me if it's been bugged.
Get a new one right away.
Sell this thing.
Drive from the police station to the car dealership.
Yes, that's right. I'm turning it in, and I want something new.
Yeah.
So
my lease must be up by now.
So of course now her civil trial is beginning or has begun because the O'Keefe family is suing her. When you don't win on the criminal side, you go on like the OJ case. You go civilly and try to get some money out of her. So she's being sued over there, but now she's going after she or her lawyers. There's money to be had here. Negligent training, bad supervision, violating her civil rights. They're going after everybody, and I don't know if she's going after anybody specifically, like certain detectives in the Canton Police Department, but it's possible she's going after those people as well. So this thing is far from over.
Wow.
We're gonna be hearing Karen Reed for decades.
That'll be the second movie they do.
Yeah, really. So here's what we're gonna get. Here's the story, Linda.
Tell me the story, John.
President Donald Trump says Tylenol during pregnancy can lead to an increase in autism. Speaking at the White House, Trump said he encourages women. What's his medical degree?
Well, was my question too.
All right, but anyway, Trump said he encourages women to not take the medicine while carrying a child, but if they have to, only sparingly. The president said it's also wise to space out vaccines instead of getting a lot administered at once. Trump spoke alongside Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Administrator for the Centers of Medicare and Medicaid Services, Mahet Oz. That's Dr. Mahet Oz. He's the only one I know that's a doctor.
From Dr. Oz?
Dr. Oz. Yeah, right.
So, that's how Ed feels about him. Okay, fine. Kennedy established a task force this year in an effort to find the causes of autism. Yeah. All right. Thoughts on...
Well, first of all,
Tylenol?
He didn't encourage. He told them, do not take it, is what he said. I was listening to
yes,
that.
encourages women to not to take the medicine.
To take it.
But if you do, sparingly. And what's sparingly?
And as I said, he does not have a medical degree. My first thing is to women that are pregnant, do not take your medical advice from the President of the United States, whether it's Trump or anybody else, but rather your obstetrician.
Wow,
that's the only one
that's so
that you
radical,
should be.
Linda.
That I know, so radical that he should be listening to. And another thing that he had said, like tough out if you can't tough out the fever, then maybe you take it. Well, you don't tough out a fever.
Okay.
A sustained elevated temperature can lead to many serious consequences like seizures to a grown person, to an adult. So can you imagine that it would be affecting an elevated temperature in a pregnant woman could certainly affect that unborn child as well. As as far as vaccines, that listen to the pediatrician. As far as how your child gets the immunizations that they need. But I remember that. I was having my children when President Kennedy was still alive.
Yes.
And I wouldn't have taken my medical advice from
From
him
him.
either. So
Okay.
I'm not being, this is not political.
All right.
It's take your advice from your doctors.
We got a note called in, 766-1240. I think you can agree with this, Linda. Fevers during pregnancy can cause birth defects.
Yes, they can.
Listen to your doctor.
Listen to your doctor.
Not your
Thank you,
president.
whoever you are, fellow nurse or fellow doctor there.
Now, Ed,
You know.
Yes.
what's the issue with Dr. Oz? All I know is the name. I don't know this person. I don't follow him on social media, or I know he's on TV, but what's the deal with this guy?
I have no opinion.
No opinion.
No.
All right.
No,
all right.
no opinion that I wish to share.
Share. Okay. All right. Do you know of this guy, Linda?
Yeah, yeah, he had a television show.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
where I know him
he had a
from. Okay.
television show.
All right.
Yeah, he had some very what's the
Points
word?
of view?
Controversial,
Okay.
very controversial opinions on things, and supplements. A lot of things about
Yeah.
supplements and
Was he in favor of them?
many.
Okay.
I mean, you would if you
Yeah.
would listen.
How many did he own?
Oh my, I don't know, but if you would listen to him, I remember that, I was still, anyways, I remember when he had all the supplements, and I remember saying, geez, by the time you take all those supplements, you got no room to eat anyways, because every week on his show, it was a new one.
Oh, well, okay.
I remember there was one, I think it was saffron capsules, were gonna promote weight loss. And there was a run on saffron.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was saffron. One of those. And so, yeah, he was very controversial with his recommendations.
of what's healthy and,
and
okay.
yeah, he was a big fan of all these different supplements. So, yeah.
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 Okay. Okay. I didn't.
So
I didn't
that I'll
realize
let
that.
it rest with that.
Yeah, as someone that doesn't follow that, when I go to like CVS or a Walgreens and I see the aisle of supplements, I'm like, wow. How do you know?
Yeah.
How do you know what to take? They all say they're great.
Yeah. Well, and none of
And
those.
there's hundreds of bottles.
Well, there are. And one of the things, just as the nurse in me has to tell you, when you supplements, people that are taking supplements, is it for your brain, for your this, for your that, for everything, make sure that your primary care doctor and all your doctors know
what you're taking.
about the supplements that you are taking, because they do make a difference.
Sometimes they'll react negatively with the medication you may be on.
Exactly. I had one circumstance. I used to do blood pressures every week at the Woonsocket Senior Center, and I had a lady, I was always monitoring her blood pressure, and then, she was on meds, and they were going low, so I said, talk to your doctor. Maybe they need to be adjusted, maybe lessen them because, it's too low.
Yeah.
And so she did, and then one day I took her, and I'm like, my God, her blood pressure was like 90 over, or 80 over 50, and I'm like,
That's when I was too
wow.
low.
And I'm like, really? What are you doing? Oh, no, I don't take those supplements anymore. I just drink that tea that we used to take in Laos for our blood pressures. So, but whatever that tea was still bringing the blood pressure down. I said, the doctor has to know about all those things. So that's my little advice.
No, they don't mention it. Of course, they talk about Tylenol. What they really mean is acetaminophen.
Acetaminophen.
But they don't say anything about ibuprofen.
You can't take ibuprofen and
You
aspirin.
can't?
No, and that's why they give you the Tylenol, the
Okay.
acetaminophen.
All right.
Yeah, you can't. And I know there are
You
some
mean pregnant women shouldn't?
pregnant women.
Don't take ibuprofen.
Yeah, pregnant
Gotcha.
women.
Okay.
Pregnant
Okay.
women.
All right.
That's why that is. I don't want to say drug of choice, but it seems that's what most obstetricians will recommend for an elevated temperature.
I see. Okay. Alrighty, we're going to take a break, but I'll just bring this up before we take our break. Out in Springfield, Massachusetts, the Mass Mutual Center, which is basically like the garden and the Amica Mutual Pavilion, whatever they're calling it in Providence. It's the Mass Mutual Center in Springfield. They reported a record-breaking crowd Monday night had wrestling. Monday Night Raw generated an estimated $1.1 million economic impact.
Wow.
Making it the most successful single-day event in that arena's history. Wow. The center said it was also its highest-grossing day ever. People still come out to catch the matches at these events. So, and paying decent money to come out and see him. So I'm glad they made a nice impact. So that's really cool. All right, more coming your way here on the Coffee and Program. Comments and questions can be called in at 766-1240.
ON Radio.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair? It looks amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret.
No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic.
Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural health products from New Nordic. Purchase at newnordicusa.com, new, NORDICUSA.com, or CVS.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
ON Radio in Woonsocket.
All right, Coffee In on ON. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan with Ed Carew and Linda Tebow. And just looking at some of the other silly things that are going on around the country. Did you know that today is Rapture Day? Like biblical rapture. Like the end of time.
No, I know it. I know.
Oh, okay.
No, I did not know that.
It's today or tomorrow.
Who said so?
A South African pastor. Yeah. It's a TikTok trend to prepare for the end of times, which is supposed to be today. A South African pastor recently said that the rapture should arrive either today or tomorrow, noting he had a vision that the rapture was coming.
Okay. Well,
all right.
What was he on?
I don't know what Trump says about this. No, so that's the belief of some Christians will leave the world behind. While earlier predictions of the rapture or the end of the world have not panned out, as we all know, we're still here.
We're still here.
Some are online giving advice, some serious, a lot not, in what's being called rapture talk. So they just go out making videos of what you should do. So in case it happens, you heard about it here. And if it doesn't happen, ha 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 ha. Did you know it was the end of it's the rapture, Ed? Have you heard this?
Again?
Rumor? Again. Yes, that's right.
When, today or tomorrow? Or yesterday?
Either one. No, it's either today or it's tomorrow. We're not sure. You know, God doesn't wear a watch, you know.
No.
And he doesn't have a calendar. So, yeah, a South African pastor said he had a vision that the rapture will be either today or tomorrow. So just be on the lookout.
Okay.
You hear a lot of horns, a lot of trumpets.
Yeah.
Thunder and lightning, that kind of stuff.
Well, there's nothing we can do.
Well, there's really nothing at this time. So yeah. But that's just what some believe, as always, when these things pop up, and others do not. So just I'm preparing you just in case.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. It may be.
Thank you for
coming.
that.
A woman down in Miami. Talk about things you shouldn't do. A Miami woman is accused of hitting another 72-year-old woman in front of police officers. Now, does it say how old the one that did this hitting is? It doesn't say. I wish it did. But anyway, the Miami Police Department says the suspect, Mariana Navarrete, asked the officers, quote, "How much would the bond be if I smacked her?" Unquote. Now, this incident happened Saturday night when the suspect showed up to retrieve some stolen shoes. She was arrested on charges of aggravated battery on an elderly person. Her bond was set at $1,000. I don't know if the cops knew that. She remained in jail due to her previous charges against her, though. So she asked how much it's going to cost to get out on bail if I hit her. And then she goes off and hits her in front of the police.
Was she homeless and wanting a place? Oh, okay.
No, I guess it's the...
a roof over her head and a meal.
She's accusing the 72-year-old, I guess, of stealing her shoes. Maybe she, lent them to her and hasn't given them back. And, now she's stolen them and she wants them back, so...
All right.
Things you just go, I don't know. So, okay. So, anyway, but to ask the police, Oh, it'll be $1,000 bond. Oh, I can handle that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then goes off and whacks her. But then, joke's on you. You get to stay in prison because there are other charges against you. So you're still in prison. So there you go. Other things you're not supposed to do. We just had this up at the Logan Airport. Pilots saying someone's pointing those green laser pointers.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
At 3 different airplanes.
Yeah.
A Washington, D.C. man, he's accused of aiming a laser pointer at Marine One, which is the helicopter that the president rides around in, while the president was on board.
Whoa.
Do you want the Secret Service to fall on top of you?
Wow.
I said, wow. Jacob Samuel Winkler was arrested Saturday, charged with a federal felony. It's not a misdemeanor to do this.
Yeah.
A Secret Service officer approached Winkler as Marine One took off from the South Lawn at the White House and saw him aim the laser pointer at the aircraft. The officer said Winkler's action, quote, posed a risk of flash blindness and pilot disorientation, unquote. Okay. Wow. According to court documents, while being arrested, Winkler said, quote, I should apologize to Donald Trump, unquote. Winkler faces up to 5 years of prison time if convicted. I don't understand his statement, but
yeah.
And if I were to guess at why these people are doing it, I think they're just trying to hit the underside of the aircraft. They're not trying to get it in the window of the pilots. I don't think so. What's the point?
What would the point be?
The point is I was able to do it.
Well, he was successful.
He was successful, and you hit Marine One. Congratulations!
And now you'll
but
go
it's
to
still
jail.
even regular airplanes, not just Marine One. It's still a federal offense.
Well, yeah.
And it's still a felony.
Yeah.
You just cannot do these kind of things.
Wow.
So, but people just I don't know if they think, well, it's small. It's a very small light. Maybe I won't be caught. I won't be seen. I'll get it. I'll do it sneakily. But no, see, let's. How about the Secret Service person who caught him, who saw him do it,
Yeah.
and say, "I got you." So nope, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. The 2025 Los Angeles Dodgers are the 5th franchise in Major League Baseball history to draw 4 million fans in a season. Wow. That's a lot of people.
Wow.
Yep. They topped the $4 million mark on Sunday when 46,601 people attended the final regular season game, and they beat the San Francisco Giants.
Wow. That's where Mookie went, huh?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. The last teams to top the $4 million mark were the 2008 New York Yankees and the 2008 New York Mets. Wow. So, all right. Well, good for them. Let's see. I agree with I like Bonnie Raitt. You like Bonnie Raitt? Singer?
Sure.
It's okay.
Stars?
Yeah.
No, she's great, Ed.
You're entitled to your opinion.
All right. Yeah. Very good.
We're not going to fight about it.
No, yes, we are. Linda, call.
No, you're not.
All right. I like Bonnie Raitt a lot. All right. But I like what she says here. Bonnie Raitt isn't shy about sharing her political views, but not while she's performing. And there are acts that will do that.
Yeah.
Song. I think Trump's lousy.
Yeah.
Song. And that's what they do.
Don't do that, yeah.
Except the country artists. They're the other way around. Song. Trump's great. Song. Stop telling me what you think of your political views because I don't care.
We just want to hear you sing.
I'm here to hear you sing is right.
Yeah.
So she doesn't do it while she's performing. Bonnie Raitt tells Billboard magazine that she wants her shows to be a great uplift for the audience and for her doing tricky and very stressful, anxious, and upsetting times. While she doesn't talk about politics on stage, she does allow environmental and social nonprofit groups space at her shows. Oh, okay. Rates, and that's up to you if you want to go up to the table and find out what they're talking about, kind of thing. Her tour, her latest tour, wraps up on Thursday. She's at the Red Rocks Amphitheater in Colorado. If you want to go, Ed.
Okay.
Bring a sweater. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a little chilly there.
Bring a jacket.
Bring a lot. So that's it. So good for her that does that. A lot of acts like to tell you who to. I went to go see Crosby, Stills, and Nash one time. They played at Colt State Park in Bristol.
Yeah.
David Crosby was just coming off one of his rehab one of his many rehab stints, and not that this was political, but he was talking about how he'd been clean now for a couple of months, and how bad it was when he was on the drugs that he was taking, and that going forward, he planned on not doing it. Of course, he broke that. By the way, that's how he died. But at the time, he said, I got to stay away from this. But then he said to the crowd, he goes, "You got to make up your own decisions. I'm not telling you what to do. It's up to you. I'm telling you how it affected me pretty badly. Coming, and I had to go to rehab to get clean. So you do what you want, but I'm going to do my best to try to stay away." Unfortunately, that didn't work out for him. But that's the only real political. It's not even political thing that I've ever heard someone on stage say, and maybe I just tune it out when performers start talking politics on stage. Stop. I'm not here to hear what you're...
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
Right.
There you go. Exactly. Stay in your lane. That's right. All right. Ed, Pfizer is purchasing another drug maker.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, it's a smaller company.
Really? They're looking to buy weight loss drug maker Metsera.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because their weight drug that they were working on failed.
Yeah.
Their first one failed?
The one that Pfizer was working on.
Oh, I see.
That's why they're buying
someone else that does work.
Yes,
Okay, but the pharmaceutical company said it would acquire Metsera in a $7.83 billion deal.
Yeah.
Wow.
If they're so small, how come the price tag's so high?
Because of the drug.
Yeah.
Very popular drugs.
So they're going to make it back?
Oh, yeah.
Quickly?
I mean,
Okay.
if this drug is successful, they'll make it back.
Okay. Okay, so they will acquire for up to $7.3 billion, including future payments, as it moves to capture a share of the booming obesity drug market. The move follows a string of setbacks for Pfizer, like Ed said, including a decision to scrap its own lead obesity pill in April due to safety concerns. Pfizer and Metsera's deal is expected to close at the end of the year. Okay. Wow. Do they work? Do these weight loss drugs work?
They do.
They do? Okay.
Yeah, Eli Lilly's got it coming out in a pill form. It's already been approved, I believe.
Yeah.
By the FDA?
Yeah.
How often do you have to take them?
I don't know.
Once a day? 7 times a day?
I think it's usually
not
one.
7 times a day.
No, I think it depends on what it is. Many of the injections, I think, is once a day, and
yeah, but this is a pill. This is
a pill, so it's going to be different.
And they're saying that they still think for some people the injections will be better, but for someone who has lost some weight, the pill will be sufficient.
Yeah.
Is this after you've lost? Let's say you want to lose 20 pounds.
Yeah.
After you've lost it, do you have to keep taking the pill? This pill, or do you just back to diet and exercise? I can come off the medication.
Well, I think that if you get off the medication, you start to gain some weight back.
Yeah.
You do. Oh,
yes,
so you got to stay on it.
Yes, you do.
All right.
So, but instead of continuing to use the injection, you could go to the pill as a maintenance.
I see.
And,
okay.
And that pill was never intended for somebody that wants to lose 20 pounds.
No.
That pill, that medicine, that medication was meant for people that are morbidly obese.
Yeah, I see.
Having really, with diabetes or heart disease or whatever, and. Some of the people used to have the stomach surgery and everything, but it was meant to help those people. But it was never, I believe, never intended for somebody that wanted to, drop 10 pounds to look cute or something. It was never about just losing weight.
Okay.
It was about health.
Right.
It was meant to improve your health by helping you to lose like 100 pounds. So that your heart would be better, so that your diabetes would be under control. That was the intent. But it seems to be everybody can have that med.
Yeah,
now.
if you're 10 or 20 pounds overweight, that's not what it was designed for.
It wasn't designed for
that.
that.
But if you're 200 pounds overweight and you went to your doctor and said, "Gee, what can you give me?"
That
you wouldn't hesitate to give you that prescription.
And many of them would recommend it.
Yeah.
Many of them
absolutely
would because all of those medications have risks. Any medication has risks.
But they don't want to go with surgery. so let's go with the medication.
Well,
right?
and it works. I've seen
work, yeah.
people. It does work, and their A1Cs are perfect, and their hearts, everything about their heart is fine,
Mm-hmm.
and their joints are better off because they're not carrying around all
Yeah.
that weight.
All right.
those
Well,
types of things.
We've come to the end of the program, so we thank you very much for listening in. As always, did we solve all the world's problems? I think
we might have tried.
I think we did. Okay, so.
If not, Trump will come out with something.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he will. I'm sure.
Yeah.
So
I'm
please.
sure he's
He'll
working
fix
on
it.
new problems so he
He'll
can solve
fix
them.
So listen
Yeah.
to the president. He's got good medical advice for you.
Yeah. Well, his source is
Not the best.
dicey.
Dicey at best. All right. Ed Carew, thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for inviting me.
All right. And Linda Tebow, thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
All right. I'm Joe Callahan. Have yourself a fantastic day. Enjoy the nice weather. It's going to rain, I guess, for the rest of the week.
Yeah, but today's going to be warm.
Yeah, stay tuned. Do you remember is coming up after the 9 o'clock news right here on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner, President.